Today on the show, we are talking wellness with Factory 6 Manufacturing. We've got a product line we're about to launch this summer, and we're super excited about that. And we are talking teenagers and their brains, graduates from high school, early college. The Brain Rehab has the answer for you and your teens, especially if they're struggling.
And since I was a perfect teen, I'm the perfect person to talk about this.
We're going to start the show right now. Here we go.
And welcome back to the show. One of the scariest things that can happen in life for a parent is the age of 16.
Tell me about it.
Driver's licenses.
Savannah just got hers.
It is terrifying, and even you just know as a parent that bad things are going to happen. It can never not happen. It is a force in the universe that kids are going to make mistakes behind the wheel. And so Vita's niece, Grace, great kid, lived abroad, speaking German her sophomore year in high school, lived with a family, and courageous. I got her driver's license. I trained her, I took her. I was a hero until bad things started to happen.
What happened?
Oh, a couple accidents. So I went from being the hero to the GOAT so quickly. So when you talk about, we joked about teenagers in the open, that the driver's license thing is so tough. And they, God bless, they deserve it. And you know,
well, it makes your life easy because on one hand, we have Savannah who has like a million places she has to be, especially during the after school hours when people are working, and who can run her to 14 different places within those 4 hours between like 2 and 6 or 8
it's
or whatever.
Your own Uber.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's so just nice to think like, well, just go run around and do it. But like you said, it's inevitable. It's not really if, but when, because you have to learn somehow. It's that whole, like, you're going to fall down learning how to ride a bike a couple times. You're going to, learning to ski, you might take some bruises and some hits. Anything new is going to have some
Well, here's the ultimate irony. So Grace is going to college in Germany. When she comes home, her younger brother now has to drive her around, and he is loving it. But I want to bring up something new.
Okay.
So I have been resisting for a while, but finally have gotten addicted to pickleball.
Yes.
Pickleball is taking over. So you've got a picture up of Jim and Whit and their wives and Vita and I playing. But here's the funny part of it. I discovered a secret court.
Really?
Near where my office is. No one else knew.
Brickyard.
No, our studio.
Right. Isn't that, it's kind of near Brickyard.
But I don't want to give an address out.
I can't
This is
give
secret.
it away.
So,
okay, I thought you were going to like clue people in.
Oh, no, because there is a demand.
I know where it is.
You do.
Oh, wow.
There's a demand for pickleball that far outstrips the number of courts. And there's a whole rigmarole. We played in Murray. They've got 6 courts set up, and you put it's a whole thing. And you can't play for more than one game. So I've got a secret court. And I told a couple people, and then they let it out.
Oh, no.
We were at the secret court yesterday, and some friends showed up who got told illegally.
Is Vita going to kill you?
Oh, she was upset. We had to go to our other secret court. And then I ran her over yesterday, and she fell down and hit her head hard.
Oh, no. She needs Dr. Hatch.
Oh, my God. If you're a divorce attorney, sponsor pickleball. It is the greatest single way to get leads because no couple can... You know, in tennis, you're spread out. In pickleball, you run into each other, you take each other's balls, you're in bad position.
Yeah.
We need to sign up a divorce attorney. Just put your signs at every pickleball court.
Well, maybe you just need to swap with the couples. You know, then you're in competition.
No, you do rotate around.
Oh,
but don't
so you're not together the whole time.
Yeah, do not knock your wife over.
Is she okay?
She is okay.
These are the things that happen when adults fall down and you think you're fine and then you cut to me. So if she needs help, tell her to call me. Meanwhile, okay, so pickleball is a thing. There is a court in the Avenues. I never see anyone on it. Maybe I just missed the times. But go check that one out if you want to. And then be sure and stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
Let's get ready for home appliance repair.
George, we have Choice Home Warranty. Oh yeah, with Choice Home Warranty, we don't have to fight expensive repair bills. Hi, George Foreman here, and if you're a homeowner, stop getting sucker punched by the high cost of home repairs. Choice Home Warranty can protect over 25 of your home's major systems and appliances.
For about $1 a day.
And if their army of expert technicians can't fix it, they'll replace it.
You could save thousands.
You never have to worry about getting ripped off or scramble for trusted repairmen. Choice Home Warranty has a proven record 1,000,000 times over. So when your heater, oven, or fridge throw in the towel, call Choice Home Warranty, and for about $1 a day, never pay for covered home repairs again.
Call right now for your free quote, and we'll include your first month free. Call 800-338-0462, 800-338-0462.
Today's wellness news you can use is brought to you by Brain Rehab Deep Sleep. Well, it has been a heck of a year with COVID and caused a lot of challenges for people, students in particular. We have, you look back and in retrospect, should we have had kids in school the whole time? And potentially have those kids brought COVID home to parents or grandparents? I don't know, but the kids have really had a rough year in school.
Especially some kids. It seems like online education really works naturally and easily for some personality types. Some children did fine. But overall, our test scores are in for 2020. They've not even really assessed 2021. But the moral of the story is, in general, Utah's kids are about a year behind in math and reading alone. Which, how do you catch up from that? What do you got to do, though, to tell educators and parents what to do? But it's been hard. I mean, when you're talking, you miss the majority of the year, and then it goes into 3 days and then 4 days, and the constant changing. It's really tough for especially some of the younger kiddos to pick up on immediately how to transition into an online program. Now, there are a lot of charter schools that go and prove that, man, online works. It's a phenomenal way to go about doing it if you've got a busy family, you've got a kid that wants to do other things with the arts or, sports in a really competitive way. It provides a way you can get up and get your school done in a few hours and then have the day to go after what you want to do. But if that's not your kid's mindset, that concept of not being able to touch base with a teacher, ask questions immediately, even the unfamiliarity of online and the access to the teacher in those live Zooms, it was intimidating. A lot of the kids just really would just shut down and not really know what to do or ask questions. So I think we're going to be figuring out, but here's the thing that I worry about in this whole scenario. It's the kids who graduated last year or are graduating this year that are really going to suffer, because we're going to fix it for the next ones coming up. There's going to be catch up, clean up, all of that. What's happening to them? They're off to college. They are off on missions. They are off on adventures for life, and they missed this crucial timing. Now, I'm going to say,
Excuse me, let me bring up something.
Yes.
You clearly have not seen any vision of me as a senior in high school. That was a throwaway year.
Well, senior year, I would agree,
So
if you're prepared. Senior year can be, I graduated a year early and started college classes. So, I mean, I think if you're prepared, it can be. But if you were one that's having all of these problems and you sort of slid by, and now you're even starting back a whole year behind what you went into behind, right?
Okay.
So, and if your teen is definitely struggling along the lines of emotionally from the fallout of this year, maybe they were stellar and great grades, but emotionally the struggle is there, the whole impact of how everything can change so quickly on a dime. All of these things point to reasons why you should go see the Brain Rehab Clinic, because Dr. Hatch looks at the brain, looks at the way kids are thinking, the way they are approaching things in a different way than anyone else out there. And maybe you've not thought that a bump on the head, much like Vita, a quick fall, or if your child is in aggressive competitive sports, you may want to look into the brain health of your child, because the testing will tell you at the end of the day if that is coming into play with why your kid is having a hard time. Now, this can be a hard time emotionally because a lot of emotional problems stem from head injuries. So we're talking depression, all of a sudden your kid is ornery, all of a sudden they don't want to do something when they've been truly motivated and happy kids. These are all things that play into head injuries, which is something that I've always found the most fascinating because I never would correlate those two things to think that they go together.
That sounds like a great idea because you can program your brain. I mean, it's software.
Exactly. And if you learn how to do it at an early age, I can't even imagine how cool that would be. So we've got a couple of people who are returned missionaries who are going to chat with you a little bit from Brain Rehab and tell you all about how it helped them after the fact, but they wish they found it quicker. Check it out.
Talk365TV's Wellness Minute is brought to you by Brain Rehab Clinic.
Hi, my name is Cassidy Ogletree and I served a mission in Columbus, Ohio.
And my name is Kellett Cook and I served in the Dominican Republic, and we both served for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I heard about Dr. Hatch just because my parents know him and we have a lot of mutual friends who came here as clients and just raved about him.
And my mom brought me here.
I came to the Brain Rehab Clinic after my mission. I started experiencing a lot of back pain while I was serving as a missionary. And when I got home, I did a lot of things to try and improve it. I saw a lot of doctors and even surgeons and therapists and all these things to just figure out why I had such chronic pain in my back, and nothing really worked for me. And this was kind of my last resort, and I came here, and after doing the treatments with Dr. Hatch and learning that having a balance problem is what could be affecting your back pain. And it's so interesting how Dr. Hatch can find things that are off in your body, and through rewiring and reworking your brain can help you function at such an incredible level that you didn't even realize is possible.
And I came here before my mission just to kind of get a checkup to see how my brain was working. And it was really cool because I actually was able to kind of figure some stuff out that was off. I was a little bit off on my balance and my depth perception was off. And I was really big into sports. I played basketball in high school. And figuring those things out actually helped me to play better. But honestly, I think even more than that, getting my brain back in balance helped me to stay stress-free and enjoy my mission a little bit better than I think I would have if I wouldn't have come in to check it out.
When you're preparing for a mission, there are a lot of steps that you take in that process of preparation. And one of those is that you go to doctors and you get checked off that you're physically able to serve. But a lot of people forget about the mental health aspect of serving a mission. And I think we could both agree that serving a mission really takes a toll on you. You're put into a new environment in a new situation. And so it's such a cool thing to be able to come here before your mission and to prepare for the mental and emotional and physical stress that a mission will bring. And it's different than any other doctor's office. Nobody else will test your balance or your hand-eye coordination or how your brain transmits to it and stuff like that.
And it's really important to do that because we don't really check those things that you just can't see. I couldn't see that my balance was off and I couldn't see that my depth perception was off. And so there's little stuff like that if we can fix that before you go out on your mission, it'll really help you to be there and stay there, because no one wants to go out for a couple of weeks and then find out that they have anxiety or they're starting to feel depression. And sometimes that can be caused before having a traumatic brain injury.
And if you've ever had any sort of brain injury or anything like that, it would be so beneficial to come and just make sure that you're doing okay and make sure that you're prepared to go into mission field and help other people, and so that you don't have to worry about helping yourself.
So whether you're preparing to go on a mission or just getting back, we highly recommend you come in and just get a checkup just to see how things are going and see what improvements you'll be able to see.
Are you between the ages of 50 and 75? If so, does your auto insurance payment reflect that you drive less now than you did 20 years ago? Industry analysts recommend that seniors check for better auto insurance rates every year until the age of 75. When was the last time you checked for a lower rate? With one call, the Senior Auto Insurance Helpline will help you shop several large A-rated auto insurers for the cheapest rates and the best coverage with plans as low as $9 a week. With 24/7 claims and customer service, they'll always be there when you need them. Best of all, getting a free quote will not cause your current rate to increase. Now is the time to pick up the phone and find out how much you could be saving. Will you qualify for a lower insurance rate for as little as $9 a week? Get a free quote now.
Call 1-800-240-2202. That's 1-800-240-2202.
Today's Talking Wellness is brought to you by Factory 6.
So coming up, I did have a chance to sit down and actually stand up. I did have a chance to chat with Carrie from Factory 6 Manufacturing about our new product line that is launching this summer. Now, we are so excited because this thing involves a brand new product that is doctor grade. I have already been taking it. I've had my mom on it with inflammation. It's amazing. Factory 6 has been doing manufacturing for the last 20 years. They really know what they're doing, and they moved into the hemp space. So we've got a balm, we've got a energy drink, which we know Factory 6 knows how to make drinks delicious and healthy. And the heavy hitter though is the capsule that I'm so excited about. But in this segment, Carrie and I talk about the process of bringing on a white label or a custom product line to your business so that you can increase your sales online or start an online business if you don't have one.
Yeah, and if you're in a situation where, say you're a retailer or you have some intellectual property, being able to reach out to your customers, show them, first of all, it provides a lot of loyalty to your customers and vice versa.
Right.
And you can, a couple I met started out with a wheel business. This is crazy, up in Ogden. And they've diversified now where they sell their product all over the world.
Wow.
And they started with a storefront. And you know, you can package, white label is basically taking a product and you have your own label on it. It's customized for you, and smart way to go about it.
Well, in Factory 6, their white label is extremely affordable, and it allows for bootstrapping entrepreneurs or new business owners who've not embarked into this adventure to be able to do it because their MOQs are low and they're just so user friendly. They invite you to come in and take the Willy Wonka tour. They are so customer service centered, and they will make this journey, if you've even thought about it for a minute, very easy, and you'll see quickly why it would make a lot of sense. I can't think of a lot of business concepts that wouldn't win from having, at least for the online side of it, but a way to make dollars outside of hours. That middle of the night buy, you can't beat it. So here's Carrie and I will walk you through the whole thing.
Today's Talk365 TV's Talking Wellness is brought to you by Factory 6.
Hey everybody, I'm Holly Love and welcome to another Talking Wellness. Today I am back at Factory 6 and I'm super excited to tell you I just finished my Willy Wonka factory tour. Carrie, hi.
How was the tour?
It was so much fun, and what I learned about how creating your own product line is so much easier than you think. It's so simple and it is so fun.
We really appreciate you coming down and checking it out.
Well, to fill you in, here is what has happened. So Factory 6 and us, Talk365TV and Transformational Tech Marketing, have partnered to create a product line for our wellness team with the charge that it is the most top quality, that it is prescription grade, that it is something that all of our doctors and clinicians and wellness clinics will be able to embrace and utilize, not only to benefit their clients, but also benefit them from a business standpoint. Yep. So we had a little bit of a different approach to it because I'm looking for the end user to be someone who is not necessarily my direct client, but creating an opportunity for many to have something to add to what they're already doing. So it made me a little bit of a challenge. Was it? Because let's review what went down. We first met in the conference room. You and I talked business strategy. I gave you the whole spiel. Was it a little confusing?
No. We go through this every time.
Okay.
And this is the key part of Factory 6, and I think what makes us really unique as a manufacturer. We want you to come in, and we're going to, just like we did today, we're going to talk about your customer, your demographic, the experience you want them to have, what kinds of products you might be most interested in, and then we do the tour so you can see how everything gets made and then have a little deeper understanding, and then we come to a final conclusion.
So from talking to me, I know you're obviously aware that I really wanted something that would meet the needs of clinics and doctors and wellness people alike, because that's who I work with and I want to be able to provide them with that. I mean, what would your advice be at this point?
Well, so the good news is we do a lot of those kind of products here in-house, right? Which are really clean labels, really clean ingredients, right? Simple formulas, things that wellness practitioner could really get behind. That's really critical for your particular audience. And then, from there, the next step really is deciding, is there an opportunity to make something custom and unique, or to get into it and decide if this is something that, maybe there's already a product or formula on the shelf that we could pull from and will fit that need.
Well, I think what I learned, which was the coolest thing, is that coming in here, I really had in my head we were going to need to do a custom line. We were going to need to do a custom product. It was going to need to be maybe a little bit more money and maybe a little bit more investment in that way. But in my brain, I thought that's the only way to go about doing this. And then from talking to you and really knowing you as long as I have, and knowing how much experience you have, and knowing that you've put so much energy and influence and testing and study into your white label, at the end of this, that's where I'm leaning, because I understand the opportunity to do so much more and then let the clients tell me where to custom down.
Yeah, and that
the
makes a lot of
sales,
sense.
right.
Makes a lot of sense from a business perspective, because you, using some of those white label formulas or products, you get to kind of test the market, if you will. We're going to help you develop the actual labels and your brand, and we're going to get it ready for market. And with just a few dollars laid out rather than a lot of dollars laid out, you can actually introduce a product, see if it fits your demographic, see if the customer, there's an uptake on it, and then down the road, if you want, we can move into the custom. But white label is a great way to get started. You're going to feel excited and good about those products. You get to tour the factory, you see where they're made, have a lot of fun with them, and literally, out of dozens of potential white label products, you still get to pick and choose which ones are right for you.
Yeah, and also pick and choose which way we want to present them that's going to make the most sense for me. So obviously we were talking about the mints and the delivery with them, and how pretty much in a doctor's clinic I felt like it would need to be a different way. So there's so much creativity that happens within the white label process. I'm honestly blown away. I think that's my biggest takeaway from today.
Well, good. That's our goal. We want you to come in, experience it all, taste, test, try it, and walk out excited about your product and its potential in the marketplace.
So basically, here's where we are at. I'm going to be doing the final picking, the boxing and the labeling, and all of that is going to go down and be like for this whole thing. And then we will come back and we will tell you the end result. We'll show you what we've got. But in the meantime, you guys need to set up your own appointment and get in here and have your own Willy Wonka factory tour, because this, like I said, is so much easier, so much less intimidating than I thought, less expensive than I thought, and it makes so much more sense to just use your experience and use what you're already doing so well, because I think there's a lot of people out there who try something new, and if they've got a lot of money to burn, they may end up proving that it wasn't really cost effective or money making or really that beneficial to their people.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to spend a lot of money. Until you can test the market a little bit, right? And white label allows you to do that. I'm really glad you had a good time. It should be a fun experience, right?
Yeah.
These are your products. It's your brand. We want you to come in and be excited about it. So it sounds like some success.
Oh, I'm so excited. So you're going to want to log on and book your consultation. Basically, all you have to do is fill out that form on their website, and they will be back with you within 24 hours. You can come in person, which I highly recommend, but you can also have an online Zoom consultation. You can also do over the phone if that's what would work out best for you. Either way, start this conversation. I mean, Carrie, seriously, so enlightening and so helpful. Your business expertise in this field, and then in general, your mentorship through how to do this whole thing has been invaluable, and that's what you offer to everyone.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time, but I'm more excited about your particular product and to see it do well in the marketplace.
I am so excited. So to see the whole process, log on to their website. You can also watch our full Talk365TV extended TV interview and online consultation, where basically you can see what happened in the boardroom, and then you can see what happened in our factory tour, and then you can see what happened when we wrapped up and see the true play-by-play exactly what goes down when you want to create a product line, and then you'll know for yourself. Pretty much probably call you and be like, I'm ready, this is what I want, let's go.
Perfect. Come on and do the tour. We'd love to have you.
So go log on, check it out. Carrie, in the meantime, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Everyone, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Talk365TV right after this.
I'm Chris Berman, and welcome back to the biggest auto protection show on earth, brought to you by CarShield. If your car is out of warranty or close to expiring, you could get stuck paying thousands for an engine, transmission, or computer system breakdown. But when you have CarShield, you'll never pay for covered repairs again. CarShield makes sure you don't have to pay for expensive car repairs, and that's why I'm a CarShield customer.
Call 800-970-1872.
Talk365TV is proud to announce their new studio home, Ignite Studios, for all your video needs.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Holly Love, and that is Trip Mitchell. Trip, what do you think?
So, business-wise, business is changing so much, and you really have to be fleet-footed. We've had a year that no one ever expected. And this came out of the blue, and if you're in a restaurant, you're a server in a restaurant, you own a restaurant, you work at a ski resort. Many people didn't even have hiccup. They went from working 60 hours at the office to working 60 hours at home. And so the disparity between the haves and the have-nots has never been more apparent.
What do you think, looking at the restaurants and the ski resorts, how did they do? Like, you can speak first person.
Snowbird, I'm not privy to the financials, but we did an amazing job in terms of Dave and the whole staff just got everyone laser focused on safety, making sure that everyone wore a mask, and I'm really proud of the crew. And we had some
their cleanliness game, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. And it was a challenging year, and next year, thanks to the good Lord, is going to be a much better year for everyone. But think about all the businesses that are affected. If you're recreation, we have gone through events. Oh my gosh.
Music industry, concerts, performances, plays, and then how to up your game with cleanliness. All of that aspect of this last year, I'm not complaining about. I am a fan of the fact that everyone is washing their hands, especially those people making your food. It is not so bad to think about them wearing gloves, washing their hands, and wearing a mask when they're making your food, even outside of a pandemic. So I don't mind some of the heightened restrictions and things we've learned.
And one of the things that resulted from all the mask wearing and the social distancing, the flu was not a factor this winter.
Right. We proved the concept.
Well, we did, and I think we're going to be much healthier as we go forward. This summer is going to be the best summer. We
got a new trailer trip, which I'll tell you all about later. It's going to be camping and fun, and oh my goodness, we love Utah in the spring, summer, fall. I couldn't be a happier girl.
And I hope you've got good brakes on it, because I parked just down the hill from the camper. If it lets go, if we have an earthquake, my car is gone. So
here's hoping we're good. Brakes are good. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Go outside, enjoy the beautiful Utah weather, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow or a little later tonight.